Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Sir Gama and today we are going to learn differences between 4 or 5 different types of organizations that pay you for your songs that you have released and published. So this video is a part of All About Music Business for Independent Artist series that I am releasing one video every Friday, every week. So there's a lot of things that you want to know if you release music or if you want to release your original music to streaming platforms. I have released a couple of videos before as well. You can check them out with the link in the description. And with that, let's get started. So today we are going to learn differences between different organizations, starting with the distributors, then going on to PROs, publishers or publishing administrators, sound exchange, and there's one more special organization, PPL or Phonographic Performance Limited. So we are going to learn what does these societies do and how do they pay you money for your released music. The first society or the first organization, not a society, they are distributors. So these are basically third-party companies that help you release your music on streaming platforms. I have a whole complete video on distributors in which I have told everything in detail, and I have also compared different top distributors, 5 distributors I guess, if I'm not wrong. You can check that video from the link in the description or that card popping out here. So distributors pay you streaming royalty. Also, I have one more video in which I have told about different types of royalties that you can earn if you're releasing your music independently. There are 6 or 7 depending on how you're releasing your music, types of royalties that you can earn, and from where you can earn those, you can also check that video from the card here or in the link in the description. I'll prefer that you see those videos first and then come back to this video, because that will give you a better understanding of how things are working and what I'm trying to explain you. Yeah, cool. So we were on distributors, which pay you streaming royalties for your music. When you have released your music, it's on streaming platforms, people stream it, people hear it, and those streaming platforms pay your distributor, and then your distributor pays you. So this is the first type of organization that you wanna claim your money from. So this is a pretty basic one. Everyone knows this because everyone releasing music is via any distributor. Cool. So the second one is sound exchange. This is not that famous, and I don't want to put any statistics here from nowhere, but a lot of people, I must say, like most probably more than 60-70% people do not know about sound exchange. So what does sound exchange do? See, you'll get to hear this in detail in that video where I've told about the streaming royalties also, but I'll give you a little bit just here also. So sound exchange collects your money from non-interactive streaming platforms. And what are non-interactive streaming platforms? Just like Spotify, where you can choose what song you want to listen, there are some platforms where it is like radio. You just open that website or that app, you log in, and then you select the mode, and then you hear according to the genre you selected the music they are already playing. So you cannot select specific songs you want to hear. So for example, iHeartRadio, SiriusXM, Pandora, so these are kind of the non-interactive streaming platforms, and these guys pay money only to sound exchange. So your distributor cannot collect your royalties from these non-interactive streaming platforms. So sound exchange collects your money from those platforms and then distributes it to you. For that, you need to register in sound exchange. Let me know if you want a video to show you how to register in sound exchange, and it's totally free. You do not need to pay a single penny to register in that society. So the registration is free, and they collect all the money, and they just keep administrative charges about some 5% or so. I'm not sure, but this is what I think, approximately 5% they keep as their administrative charges, and then the rest they pay you back. So there's nothing to dislike, yeah, because you can register it for free and they are giving you money just for registering in that society. And there's one more thing that they do, which is very creative and very thoughtful, which no one else ever does. Like for example, they have collected money from a song. From that money, they pay 50% of the royalty to the rights owner. Who is a rights owner? Like who owns the copyright and the sound recording copyright of that song. Yeah. So they pay 50% of that royalty to the rights owner, and the 45% of royalty of that song is paid to the featured artists. No one pays to the featured artists, but sound exchange does. So featured artists are the performers or the singers who are in there. Like you must have seen in a lot of song titles, song featuring some artist name. Yeah, so that featured artist get 45% of the royalties, the performers of the songs, and the rest 5%, so 50 plus 45 equals 95, so the rest 5% of the royalties are paid to non-featured artists. And who are non-featured artists? Non-featured artists are all the musicians, all of those people who were involved in that song while it was being created. So 5% of the royalties are given to non-featured artists, 45% is given to the featured artist, and 50% is given to the rights owner. So the next one is PRO, Performance Right Organization, and it is different for every country. Every country has their own performance right organizations. Some countries have even more than one PRO. For India, our PRO is IPRS, Indian Performance Rights Society. What do you have to do? You have to register in IPRS. See, before getting on with what does a PRO do, we must understand the difference between publishing and distributing. So when you register your song in a PRO, you publish that song in that specific country. For example, if I release a song via distributor and my song is available on all the streaming platforms right now, but that song is distributed and not published, what is the difference? Published is when you register that song in this PRO, then they will claim the publishing rights from all the streaming platforms, directing it to you. I think I just confused you a little bit. Let me get this straight. Okay, first of all, see it this way. You released a song, put it on the distributor, and then it's on Spotify. Also, you will get this a bit more clearer if you have watched those types of royalties video. In that, I have shown the whole flow chart of how the royalties are distributed among the publishers and all, who is a publisher, who is a distributor, who is an artist, etc. Everything has been done in that video. But still, I'll give you a little bit of gist here. When you distribute a song, it's just uploaded. Yeah, everywhere. It's just like you uploaded a video on YouTube or a soundtrack on SoundCloud. It's just uploaded, but no one has claimed any right over it. So the one right that you have is via your distributor. Like for example, if you release your music through TuneCore and your music is on YouTube, then under your copyright claim section, if you upload your song and your channel is not whitelisted, then it says music licensing to TuneCore in the bracket through or via the artist name. Like for example, if you play my song on YouTube, I'll show you in PIP here also. If you play my song and then in the down section, you go on to the music licenses section, then you will see the copyright claims on that song. Who has claimed the authority of that song? One is TuneCore in bracket via Sargama, which is me. Yeah. And the second one you can see is Song Trust, and the third one you can see is BMI. And why are these other societies included in this authorization? I'll tell you. So publishing is very important. If you do it in India, you have to register in IPRS, and approximately fees to register in IPRS is exactly 1200, not approx, exact 1200, and it's a lifetime fee. So you have to just pay it one time in the starting, and the rest, it's their job. Every time you release new music, you have to register that music in IPRS also. So what does IPRS do? Why do you want to publish your song? For example, you are in a shopping mall and the music is being played in the background. Yeah, it's very common. You are into a showroom, a car showroom, into a shopping mall, or at a wedding venue, in a plaza. All of these public places. Yeah, so these are public places, and if they are playing any music, they have to pay to a society so that they can play that music for their own benefit. See, if you are playing music in your room, that's your personal thing. You want to enjoy the music and listen to it. That's no one's business. But if you are playing music in a public place from which you are earning money, then you have to take a license from a PRO. If in India, you are about to organize a concert, let's say, a concert or a DJ festival or a club gig or anything, you have to take a music license from our PRO, which is IPRS, Indian Performance Rights Society. Yeah. So when IPRS gives licenses to all these big businesses like clubs, showrooms, and malls, and all of these places where music is being played publicly for their monetary benefits, that amount of money which IPRS gets distributes to the artist whose music was being played there. So see, it's very difficult even for this society to see which music or which song was exactly being played, but more than 90% is accurate. Yeah. So you want to register your songs in IPRS or in any PRO of your country wherever you live. Like in UK, PRO's name is PPL, and in US, I guess there are 2 or 3 PROs, BMI, ASCAP and CSAC. CSAC is some other countries if I'm not wrong. Please forgive me for this. So you need to register your songs in your PROs in your country. They collect royalties from the whole country, and even they have collaborations with PROs of different country. If your song is being played in some other country, for example, your song is being played in UK, How will you get money? You won't. But if you have registered in PRO, then they might be, getting your money from the neighboring country to your country and then eventually to you. There's one more thing that you want to do except registering your song in the PRO from your country. We'll talk about later in this video. So one more reason why you want to register in a PRO. Now you must be thinking that you are not famous, your song is not being played in a club, your song is not being played in a wedding, or your song is not being played, in any public place. Then why you should register in a PRO and spend your 1200 rupees of yours? So I'll tell you why. For this, I'll again insist you to see that royalty video. I am, literally speaking some things twice here. Like after that video, I'm telling you this here also. So Spotify, for example, uploads your music to its platform. People listen to it. So Spotify takes money from those people either through ads, or if they are a premium subscriber, so directly from the customer. Yeah. And that money is supposed to be given to you, but it is not exactly given to you the whole amount. So there are different sections that money is being divided in. One is a publisher, which is the label. If you are releasing independently on your own, then you are your own publisher. The second one is the artist, which is you, which you will get through your distributor. Third one is the section which is given to the PRO for the authors. Authors are the writers and composers of the song, and PRO is bound to pay royalties to the composers and authors, like the lyricist and composers of the particular song, and also some amount to the publisher. In independent music industry case, the publisher is also you. Yeah. So you need to register in PRO so that you can get your writer's share, your author's, composer share, and your publisher share. Because even if you're not registering in PRO, it does not mean that they are not collecting your money. Your money is being paid to your PRO, just you are not collecting it from them. I get it, in the starting if you'll register, it won't be a lot of money. Yeah, it will be just a couple of bucks. But still, if you are serious about your music, you need to do that. Okay, so in PRO, you have to register by paying 1200. That is, your composers and authors share. You registered as a composer or a writer in a PRO, and then you claim that money. But if you are your own publisher, for example, if you are not releasing your music through any music label like T-Series or Sony, or even those small independent music labels, then you are owed a publishing royalty also. So what is a publishing royalty? Publishing royalty is the share which PRO gives to the publishers, which is record label. In your case, you are your own record label. So you need to register as a publisher also in IPRS or in your own PRO. Yeah. And registering as a publisher takes 2200 INR in India in IPRS, one-time fee, which is for lifetime. And then you just need to register your songs whenever you release new songs, and the rest they'll do it for you. You link your bank account in that, and then they transfer money directly into that. It's very simple. So you need to register in your PRO as an author and composer also, and as a publisher also if you're releasing independently. Cool. So that's a lot about PROs, and if you still have any doubts, let me know. You can watch other videos also. You will get a bit of more clarity. And let's head on to the next section, PPL. The PPL I'm talking about is not the PRO of UK, that's a different thing. The PPL I'm talking about is Indian organization named Phonographic Performance Limited. So what does this do? As I told you, whenever there's a concert, you have to take a license from a PRO so that composers, authors, and publishers can get royalty of their music being played publicly. Yeah. Similarly, PPL is also a society of which you have to take license if you are organizing any public performance where you are supposed to, or where you will play any music publicly to earn money. So Phonographic Performance Limited. This means they take money and they send those royalties to record labels or publishers or right owners, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So if you are your own publisher, you are the right owner. If you have done sound recording copyright under your name, then you are the copyright owner of that song, and you have to take money from PPL of your performances or of your songs being played publicly. Yeah. So these are two societies that you wanna register in. One is your PRO, one is your PPL. And before this, we have discussed sound exchange and we have discussed the distributor. So let's head on to the last one, which is very important, publishing. I've been saying the word publishing in the whole video, and now I'll tell you exactly what it means. See, publishing in India means registering in the PRO of India, but you cannot do that in like more than 150 countries all over the world. You cannot just register simply in every country's PRO to get your money from every country. If you get famous in future, which you will, I know. You get famous in future, then your music is being played in more than 20-25 countries, and you want to collect money from all of their PROs. How will you do that? You cannot do this manually by registering in every country's PRO. You cannot do that by registering manually in every country's PRO. Yeah. So for that, there is a publishing entity. Publishing entity, like creating a publishing entity and managing it, takes a lot of money and a lot of time, and I will not suggest you to do that if you are in your initial days of music business or releasing music. But there's one thing which is very affordable and which is very good for independent artists that it happened, which is publishing administration. So publishing administration is a publishing entity which is already set up like by big business owners. They already have everything under their control. They know what to do. So you just have to register their songs in a publishing administrator. They will act as your personal publisher, and they will register your songs in all the countries all over the world in their PROs. So they will register your songs in all the countries PROs in which they are collaborated with. Yeah, every publishing administrator has a list of what countries or what territories they serve into and what countries PRO are in their direct contacts. For example, I use Songtrust. So I registered in Songtrust earlier, and whenever I release new music, I register my song in Songtrust also. So in the earlier part of the video, I told you, right, there is Songtrust and BMI also in my copyright claim section of the YouTube. Why was that? Because I have registered my music on Songtrust, which Songtrust has registered my music in BMI, which is the PRO of US. So my song is being played in US right now. So BMI saw that this song is registered in our society and it is being played on YouTube. Then we must claim the royalty for the artist whose song is being played on YouTube. Similarly, Songtrust does that. So you need to register your song in Songtrust so you can collect money from more than 150 countries, if I'm not wrong, they serve. So your song will be, registered in all these countries PROs if you register your song in Songtrust. There are a lot of other publishing administrators also, and let me know in the comment section if you want a video where I compare all of them. And that's it. So this was the last organization that you want to register in. I'll also tell you the payment plan. Yeah, earlier they had different types of plan, various steps of plans, if you want to call it, but right now they just have one plan. You pay $100 initial one-time fee. It's a US organization, so they take in dollars, which will be approximately 7,500 to 7,000, somewhere in between as of today's dollar rate in India. It's a one-time fee in the starting. You just register. Like once you have paid the fees and you have registered in Songtrust, then you have to register every new song you release in Songtrust, and the rest they'll do it for you. The first check or the first payment that comes in Songtrust is after 9 months of your first music release. Whenever you release a song, the payment of that will come to you after 9 months of your registration. That is the time amount they need to register your song all over the world and then collect royalty for that. And trust me, if you have good number of plays, the amount of money you receive is worth it. You should register in a publishing administrator. So there are a lot of other publishing administrators. Let me know in the comment section if you want a video where I compare all of them. And if you register in Songtrust through my discount link in the YouTube description, you will get $10 off in the starting. So the fees is $100, but you'll get it for $90 if you register right now through my link in the description. So check that out. With this, we end this video, and these are 4 or 5 organizations you want to register in, and then you have 99% of your money claiming from your songs from every organization possible in the world right now. You will get the link in the description of this all about music business for independent artists series. So you can learn everything you need to know about your music business. If you're releasing your music independently, there will be nothing left that you would not know, and there are a lot of educational things about this that will be coming out every Friday from now on. Like it has been releasing on every Friday since past 2-3 weeks. But yeah, so you want to hit that like button, that subscribe button, so that you get the videos notification whenever it is released. If you want to get updates of what I do, my DJ gigs, my original music, and a lot of other stuff I keep posting on my socials, please follow me on Instagram. You will get my Instagram username somewhere here and the link in description. I'll see you there. And if you want to listen to my original music that I release, you will get the link in description of the video, and you can also check out my NFT store. The link is always in description. With that being said, see you in the next video. Bye bye.